Ladies and gentlemen, good day. I am Devang Nathwani, the head of department for ASTPP product. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to today's insightful webinar on unlocking trust in telephony. Dive into the steer shaken revolution. Thank you for joining us. Let's embark on a journey to explore one of the most pressing issues in telecommunications, the menace of robocalls. In our webinar, we have 6 key topics to cover. And don't forget, at the end of our presentation, we will have a dedicated question and answer session. So please keep your questions and queries coming throughout of our session. First, we will delve into the very heart of the issue, understanding the rise of robocalls and caller ID spoofing. These digital pests have become a daily nuisance for most of us. Next, we will take a closer look at compliance and the vital role the FCC plays in combating this issue. The regulations they have put in place are instrumental in our fight against unwanted calls. Moving forward, we will uncover the core of the matter with a deep dive into the concepts of steer and shaken. These are the technologies that are changing the game and making telecommunications safer for everyone. Once we have grasped the basics, we will navigate the intricate process of steer shaken, understanding how it all works. It's a complex but fascinating journey, and you'll emerge with a clear understanding. But the real question is what's in it for you? That's where we'll discuss the benefits of steer shaken, both for consumers and businesses. Trustworthy phone calls and better security await. Of course, no solution is without its challenges. So, we'll also explore the hurdles faced by this revolutionary technology and the solutions that have emerged. So, buckle up. We are about to embark on a journey that will not only enlighten you but also empower you with the knowledge to navigate the ever changing landscape of modern telecommunications. Let's get started. Here to start with some solid information to truly grasp the magnitude of the issue we are facing. The statistics are nothing short of alarming. Every single month, an astonishing 40% of the 4 to 5 billion robocalls made are fraudulent. That's right, nearly half of the calls made are not what they seem. But it's not just about the numbers. Think about this. As an average US citizen, you are likely receiving up to 5 illegal robocalls every single month. 5 times a month, your phone rings with calls that could potentially be attempts to defraud you or steal your personal information. And the financial impact is staggering. Americans have collectively lost millions of dollars to this robocall scams. Imagine the financial security, trust, and peace of mind that has been eroded in the process. These statistics aren't just numbers, they represent real people and businesses affected by this epidemic. It's a problem that extends beyond annoyance. It's a problem that threatens our sense of security and trust in phone communications. So it's crucial that we understand the solutions available to combat this growing issue. Robocalls are those automated phone calls that often fill up our voicemail boxes. While they can serve legitimate purposes, such as delivering emergency warnings or broadcasting public service messages, they are predominantly associated with unwanted or even fraudulent calls. This is where the problem starts to surface. Picture this. Your phone rings, you answer, and on the other end is a pre recorded message offering you a deal that sounds too good to be true. Or it might be a message claiming to be from a government agency threatening legal action if you don't comply with their demands. These are the kind of calls that can quickly erode our trust in phone communications. But what's equally concerning is number spoofing. This is the art of deception. It's when a caller manipulates their caller ID. So the number you see on your screen isn't their real number. It could be appear as a local number, your bank's customer service line, or even a government agency like the IRS. This practice is a wolf in sheep's clothing because it's used to hide the true identity of the caller, making it all easy for us to mistake these spoof numbers and deceptive representatives for the real deal. So now that we have a better understanding of the issues at the hand, it's time to explore the solutions. And that's where steer shaken comes into play. Now that we have delved into the depths of the issues caused by robocalling and caller ID spoofing, let's shine a spotlight on the solution, steer shaken. Steer shaken stands for Security Telephony Identity Revisited, secure handling of asserted information using tokens. It's not just an acronym, it's a robust framework designed to address these problems head on. It's like a digital bouncer at the door of your phone. SteerShaken acts as a call authentication framework developed to combat the surge in fraudulent robocalls and caller ID spoofing. Its primary goal is to safeguard the public from scams and fraudulent calls while ensuring that legitimate calls go through unimpeded. It employs a system of digital certifications and cryptographic signatures to verify the authenticity of calls. By doing so, it makes it significantly more challenging for scammers to hide behind deceptive numbers. Intrigued? You should be. As we journey through the intricacies of Steer Shaken, you will not only gain an appreciation of how it functions but also understands its pivotal role in the battle against fraudulent calls. So stay with us as we explore this high-tech guardian of your phone line. The regulatory side of things and understand the critical role played by the FCC in implementing the Steer Shaken framework. The FCC, or the Federal Communications Commission, is the governing body overseeing telecommunications in the United States. One of its landmark legislations was the Trust Act, which mandated that US voice service providers adopt the Steer Shaken framework. This regulation was a significant step towards curtailing fraudulent robocalls and ensuring a safer and more secure phone network for everyone. It's not just about compliance, it's about safeguarding the integrity of our phone calls. The FCC established crucial deadlines to ensure that the steer shaken framework becomes fully operational. US provider service were required to implement steer shaken by the end of June 2021. This means that as of this date, they should have systems in place to authenticate and verify calls, enhancing trust and security in our phone communications. But the compliance journey doesn't stop there. The Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunication Commission (CRTC) also got on board, mandating that Canadian voice service providers implement steer shaken by the end of November 2021. These regulatory actions have set the stage for a more secure and reliable phone network for all North Americans. So, understanding the FCC's role and the regulatory timelines is essential for comprehending the broader context of Steer Shaken's implementation. It's about keeping up with these important changes to ensure that everyone can benefit from this enhanced security framework. Steer Shaken is the beacon of hope in our battle against fraudulent robocalls and caller ID spoofing. Steer Shaken's effectiveness lies in its intricate process that deploys digital certifications and cryptographic signatures to ensure the legitimacy of call origins. Here's how it all unfolds. First, the calling party initiates a call through their originating service provider. This provider then reaches out to an internal authentication service, which meticulously examines the caller ID number associated with the call. Based on this examination, an attestation level ranging from A to C is assigned. This level reflects the legitimacy of the originating phone number. Next, a digital token is generated carrying the weight of this attestation. This token becomes a part of the SIP invite, which is an alphanumeric message sent from the calling party to the recipient. Here is how the header identity looks. The SIP invite, now complete with the token, continues its journey to the terminating service provider. Here, another internal verification service comes into play. This service scrutinizes the token and, most importantly, reaches out to a certificate repository to validate the token's cryptographic signature. If the token signature is successfully verified, the call proceeds to its destination without any hindrance. However, should any discrepancies or suspicion arise, the terminating service provider has a few options. They can either pass the verification results to the called party, ensuring transparency, or they can take more assertive action like blocking the call entirely. This process is crucial in maintaining the integrity and trustworthiness of our phone communications. Earshaken employs a three-level attestation system, often referred to as A, B, and C. Understanding these levels is key to grasping the framework's core principles. A attestation signifies the highest level of trust in the caller's right to use a particular number. When you see A on a call, it means the provider has a strong basis for verifying the caller's identity and the legitimacy of the number being used. In these cases, the provider knows the customer and they have confirmation that the call indeed originated on their network. It's the gold standard of attestation, signifying a strong foundation of trust. B attestation, on the other hand, is step down in the trust hierarchy. It indicates that the provider knows the customer, but there may be some uncertainty. The customer might be using a number from a different provider, which introduces a bit of doubt. It's a legitimate call, but not with the highest level of trust due to missing information, and so the provider can't fully attest to it because of this gap in information. Then there's C attestation. C is a stark contrast to A, as it implies the provider can't verify either the customer or the number being used. In these cases, there is no way of knowing if the call is legitimate or not. The provider still marks the call, but it's a cautionary level, indicating that the provider can't vouch for the call's authenticity. Understanding this attestation levels is critical because they are a fundamental part of the steer shaken framework. They play a pivotal role in determining the legitimacy of calls, and they are the first step in the process of combating robocalls and caller ID spoofing. These distinctions in attestation levels are essential because they set the stage for identifying and managing legitimate calls. It's a multifaceted approach that ultimately leads to a safer and more trustworthy telephone communication system. Now that we have delved into the mechanics of steer shaken, let's explore why it's so important. One of its overreaching benefits is the restoration of trust in phone calls. Steer shaken tackles a fundamental issue in the today's telephone communication, the erosion of trust. With the pervasive presence of fraudulent robocalls and caller ID spoofing, people have become increasingly wary of answering their phones. Trust in phone calls has been diluted by unwanted and often deceptive calls. By implementing steer shaken, we significantly enhance this trust. It's not just about protecting consumers or businesses. It's about revitalizing the very foundation of voice communication. Imagine a world where your phone rings, you can have confidence that the caller is who they claim to be. This boost the trust doesn't just benefit individuals, it has a ripple effect on businesses, government agencies, and the communication ecosystem as a whole. Enhanced trust in phone calls is the cornerstone of why steer shaken matters. It brings us on step closer to a communication environment where we can answer our phones without suspicion and engage in conversations with confidence. Now let's delve deeper into the specific advantages for consumers and businesses. Now let's zoom in on how consumers directly benefit from the implementation of steer shaken. The impact on individuals is profound. When consumers see that steer shaken is at work, it means they can answer their phones with a newfound confidence, no longer plagued by the fear of potential scams. They can trust the caller ID information displayed on their screens. Steer shaken not only instills confidence but also empowers users with more effective call blocking and identification features. Imagine a world where unwanted calls, those persistent and annoying interruptions during your day, can be effortlessly identified and blocked. This newfold capability gives consumers back control over their phone conversations, ensuring that their time is respected and protected from intrusive and fraudulent attempts. Moreover, it's not just about blocking unwanted calls, it's about creating an atmosphere for trust in every phone conversation. Consumers can engage in discussions without constantly doubting the authenticity of the caller. This trust not only makes communication smoother but also strengthens the very fabric of our social and professional interactions. In essence, for consumers, steer shakens means more than just a technical solution. It's a shield against deception, a tool that empowers individuals to use their phones without fear. It's about bringing back the peace of mind that every phone call should inherently provide. As we move forward, let's delve deeper into how businesses too are poised to benefit from this revolutionary framework. Businesses also reap substantial rewards from the implementation of steer shaken. The improved call answer rates foster more effective communication with clients and partners, enhancing customer relationships and facilitating successful collaborations. Moreover, steer shaken acts as a guardian for a company's reputation, significantly reducing the risk of their phone numbers being maliciously spoofed. This is not only ensures the trust of their customers but also contributes to the overall credibility and reliability of their brand. The benefits of steer shaken extend beyond consumer protection, making it an invaluable tool for businesses looking to bolster their communications and uphold their reputation in an era rife with fraudulent robocalls and caller ID spoofing. This framework ensures the legitimate calls, whether from individuals or organizations, can be trusted and answered with confidence, ultimately promoting the integrity of phone based interactions. We have discussed the significance of becoming steer shaken compliant. But how exactly does an organization or telecommunication providers go about signing tokens and meeting the necessary requirements? Let's dive deeper into this crucial aspect of ensuring the integrity of phone calls in a steer shaken compliant environment. First, signing tokens. One of the pivotal considerations in achieving steer shaken compliance is the signing of tokens. This is a process where companies take on the responsibility of signing their own calls. However, it's essential to understand the complexity involved in this process. Then, requirements for signing tokens. For an organization to sign its own calls, it must navigate a series of significant requirements. First and foremost, it needs approval from the Secure Telephone Identity Policy Administrator or STIPA. The STIPA is subject to evaluation by the Secure Telephone Identity Governance Authority, the STIGA. The organization must meet several other key requirements. In essence, this process is intricate, demanding time, resources, and industry expertise. However, there is an alternative to signing your own tokens. Understanding the complexity of signing tokens, many organizations opt for an alternative approach. They delegate this challenging task to their telecommunications provider. In this scenario, the upstream carrier partner takes on the responsibility of call signage and attestation as agreed upon the contract. This alternative approach can be an efficient solution for organizations that wish to ensure steer-shaken compliance without navigating the complexities of signing their own tokens. So, whether an organization chooses to sign their own calls or rely on their telecommunications provider, the ultimate goal remains the same: enhancing the trust and security of phone calls in a world where robocalls and caller ID spoofing have become a significant concern. Lastly, addressing the elephant in the room. What if your business chooses not to comply with steer taken regulations? The consequences are significant. Non compliance can result in your legitimate calls being flagged as potential scams or spam, making it difficult to reach your customers. It can damage your reputation and customer trust. Moreover, you risk missing out on the benefits of enhanced call legitimacy and blocking features, putting your business at a disadvantage in the competitive landscape. Worst, you may be the subject to FCC fines and penalties. In conclusion, the world of communications is evolving to ensure that phone calls are more secure and trustworthy. As we have discussed today, Steer Shaken is at the forefront of this evolution. And to make this journey easier for you, ASTPP, a top tier smart telephony platform, offers Steer Shaken compliance solutions. We are here to assist you in navigating these changes and ensuring your business stays in line with the latest industry standards. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions or need more information, please don't hesitate to reach out. We are here to help. For now, I'll go through to the chat box and try reverting the shared concern during the webinar. If you have any question, we still are here for a minute. Please do share your queries over live chat. Thanks. And by the way, if you are interested in such industry standards or industry insights, please do share, do follow our social media handlers with name ASTPP, and please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Still waiting. If any query or concern or info need to get right now from live chat. If not, please do reach out to us. We will get back to any concerns you have. We will try to revert those. So if for now, if nothing further, we will, if anything from your side, please reach out to us. For now, concluding, thank you for joining. Have a nice day.